Hello students, this is Dr. Mercado speaking. I hope all of you are doing well, having an excellent week. This is Accounting 1329, Payroll and Business Tax Accounting. We are covering Chapter 3, which deals with Social Security taxes, and we are using the Payroll Accounting 2022 edition textbook. Okay, very important that if you have any questions, you let me know as soon as possible. Do not wait until the end of the semester to come and tell me, Miss, I'm lost, okay? Make sure that you are completing all of your weekly assignments. The weekly assignments are intended to help apply what you've learned in the chapter to actual scenarios. You do have 2 tries. That way, if you don't do well in the first try, you have that second try to try and improve your grade. Remember, the quizzes are timed. The homework is not timed. You can take as long as you want. You can save your work and resume at a later point in time. Okay, so make sure that we are working on all of your assignments. The only way we are going to get better at this is by practicing. Practice makes perfect. Okay, so in this particular lecture, I am going to be covering 2 problems. Okay, problem 311 and problem 312. Okay, and basically the combination of these 2 problems deals with completing a 941, which is the employer's quarterly federal tax return. We are going to be completing several employers' quarterly federal tax returns. We need to get some practice into this. Now, in this particular chapter, or in this particular assignment for this week, you will have one 941. Next week, you'll have another one. And they are going to get a little bit more complicated, okay? This one that we're going to be doing today, which is problem 311 and 312, is very simple. I'm just going to go over it so students can be able to see and identify where we're getting the information and what boxes it goes into. Okay, the form is self-explanatory. There is a section in your book that covers the 941. Make sure that you read it. You go over the example provided, and it's just a matter of reading what we need to do. In this particular case, like I said, it's just copying and pasting information. And identifying what line items we need to complete and which ones we do not need to complete. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is on the top part we have the employer's information. Okay, we've got all of the employer's information, and then we have part 1, part let me see, yeah, part 1, and then part 1 continues. It has 15 line items. Then we have part 2, and then we have part 3, part 4, and part 5. Okay, so this is the complete 941. Okay, now this is the information that we're being provided. Okay, it says Cruz Company has gathered the information needed to complete its Form 941 for the quarter ended September the 30th. Using the information presented below, complete part 1 of the Form 941 reproduced. Okay. The number of employees for pay period included as of September the 12th is 14 employees. Wages paid the third quarter is $79,750.17. The federal income tax withheld in the third quarter is $9,570. The taxable Social Security and Medicare wages is $79,750.17. And the total tax deposits for the quarter were $21,771.83. With this information, we are going to complete part 1. Now, 312 says, using the same information, we have to complete parts 2, 4, 5 of the form. Okay, so just parts 2, 4, and 5. Okay, it says of the Form 941 for Cruz Company for the third quarter. Now, Cruz is a monthly depositor with the following monthly tax liabilities for the quarter. In July, we had tax liability of $7,193.10. In August, $7,000.95, and in September, $7,577.78. State unemployment taxes are only paid in California. The company does not use a third-party designee. The tax returns are signed by the president, Carlos Cruz. The phone number is provided, and the date filed is October the 31st. Okay, so they give us all of the information. So we have to fill out the form. That is the goal of this problem. Now, this is a screenshot of the problem, I can't type in it. So I'm going to be creating little text boxes so I can type my information within the form. I tried copying and pasting it in Word and doing all of this stuff. It didn't work out. So I said, well, I need to be able to show the form and the number. So I guess this will work for now. Okay, so just be patient with me as I create a whole bunch of text boxes. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to start off with is the top section. It's already pre-populated for you. That gets the name of the company, the trade, the address, all of this good stuff. The only thing we need to fill out is this part right here. What quarter are we doing? Okay? And according to the information, this is for the quarter ended September the 30th. Okay? So January, February, and March is the first quarter. April, May, and June is the second quarter. July, August, and September is the third quarter. And October, November, and December is fourth. So this is as of the end of September. So that means that we are going to use the third quarter. Okay. So we have to mark the box. Let me see. Did it work? Let me see. With an X. Okay. And I made it too big. So you get the jinx. We have to put that X, or we need to mark it on that third box. The one that's July, August, and September. We need to mark that box. If you don't mark it, you're going to get points deducted. So the first thing is, what quarter are we doing this return for? Okay, the first, second, third, or fourth quarter. Okay, now we start with part 1. Okay, the first question is the number of employees who receive wages, tips, or other compensations for the pay periods, and then quarter 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, how many employees do we have? And that information is provided to you in the problem. Okay, it says right here 14 employees. Okay, 14 employees. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter that information on line number 1. Okay, so line number 1, we have 14 employees. Okay, now line number 2, how many wages, tips, and other compensations did you have? The problem says that we have wages and tips. Wages paid the third quarter, 79,750.17. Now it only mentions wages. If tips were included, tips would have to be in a separate line item. They're never combined. So they need to be able to differentiate the wages and the tips. In this problem, we don't have any tips, only wages. Okay? So for line number 2, we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter that amount right there, which is the 79,750.17. Okay? Line number 3, federal income tax withheld from wages, tips, and other compensation. That information is also provided in the problem. The federal income tax is provided. Okay? And the amount of federal income taxes for the third quarter was 9,570. Okay? So if you see, all we have to do is read and locate the information provided. This is a very simple problem. In this particular example, it will get harder because it's not going to get as easy as this where everything is provided. Some calculations are going to have to be done manually, and we will go through those probably in the next section of your homework problems. Okay, so if no wages, tips, and other compensations are subject to Social Security or Medicare tax, check and go to line 6. That does not apply. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fill out this section. Okay. Did we have any taxable Social Security wages? Now here we says that we have Social Security and Medicare wages of 79,750.17. Okay. Right there. So here for the taxable Social Security wages, we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter the 79,750.17. Okay. Now the problem, the line item says that we're going to get that item that you enter in column 1. We're going to multiply it by 0.124 and we're going to enter that in column 2. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our calculators out. Okay? Let me get my calculator. Okay? So I've got 79,750.17 times the percentage on the form right here is 0.124. That gives me 9,889.0210. Because that third digit is a 1, I'm going to keep my rounding to 9889.02. Okay? So that will be 9889.02. 9889.02. The next item talks about qualified sick leave wages. That is not mentioned in the problem. We're going to skip that. Qualified family leave wages. That is not mentioned in the problem. Taxable Social Security tips. We do not have any tips in this problem, so we're going to skip that. 5C. Taxable Medicare wages. Yes, we have Medicare wages. Right there it says taxable Social Security and Medicare wages. So we do have Medicare wages. So for Medicare wages, we're going to insert a box. And my Medicare wages are 79,750.17. Okay. We're going to get that dollar amount and we're going to multiply it by the rate provided in that form, which is 0.029. So I'm going to get my 79,750.17 times 0.029, and that gives me $2,312.754. So we're going to look at that third digit. It's a 4. It's less than 5, so that means we're going to keep it at 75. So then the amount we would enter would be the 2312.75. Okay. Taxable wages and tips subject to additional Medicare tax. That information is not provided in the problem. So we're just using what is being provided. Okay. So we're going to skip. So if you're going to skip, you go ahead and skip. Now be very careful on the instructions when you're working on Cengage. I believe some of the problem says that if it's a 0 to enter an actual 0. Don't just leave it blank. So make sure that you do read the instructions carefully. Okay? Okay. 5E. Total Social Security and Medicare taxes. We're going to add column 2. So we're adding this column right here. Okay, let me go ahead and we're adding column 2. Okay, we're adding the numbers in that column and we're going to enter the total in 5E. Okay, so let's see what we get. So we've got 9,889.02 plus 2312.75, and we're looking at column 2, and that gives me 12,201.77. 12,201.77. Okay. 5F, Section 3121Q, Notice and Demand, Tax Due on Unreported Tips. We don't have any tips in this problem. We skip that line item. Line number 6, total taxes before adjustments. You're going to add line 3 and you're going to add line 5E, which is what we have here, and 5F. Okay, so we only have information on lines 3 and line 5E. So we're going to add those together. Let me see. That goes in line number 6, okay? So I'm going to get my calculator out. Line 3 is 9570. And then my line number 5E is 12,201.77. 201.77. That gives me 21,771.77. 21,771.77. Okay. So that is the total taxes before adjustments. Okay. Line number 6. Current quarter's adjustment for fractions of cents. Okay. So if you see here, they gave you the total tax deposits. Sorry about that. Insert. So it says total tax deposits for the quarter 21,771.83. And then we're going to go ahead and figure out, and the total taxes before adjustments is 21,771.77. So there is an adjustment for fraction of cents. So we're going to calculate that. So we're going to get the 21,771.83, which represents the total tax deposits for the quarter. I'm going to subtract it by line item 6, total taxes before adjustments, which is 21,771.77. And that gives me 0.06 cents. That is the amount of my adjustment. It's 0.06. How did I get that 0.06? We're going to get the total tax deposits for the quarter of 21,771.83. And I'm going to subtract the item on line number 6, 21,771.77, and that gives me a 6-cent adjustment. Okay. Line number 8, current quarter's adjustment for sick pay. That was not referenced. Current quarter's adjustment for tips and group term life insurance. That was not included. Total taxes after adjustment. Okay. Now we have to figure out the total taxes after adjustment. It says to combine lines 6 through 9. So line 6 through 9. So we're going to add them, and that's going to give us our number for line item number 10. Okay. So to get that total, where were we? Number 10, right here. Okay. So we are going to get our calculators out, and will be 21,771.77 plus 0.06 cents. That will be 21,771.83. Let me see if I got that number right. 21,771.83. 21,771.77 plus 0.06. Yes. Okay. 11A. Qualified small business payroll tax credit. The problem does not mention any of that. Number 11B. Non-refundable portion of credit for qualified sick. Does not apply to me. Line number 11C. Non-refundable portion of employer retention credit for from worksheet 1. So none of those apply. So we're going to leave those blank, or you can enter a 0, whatever the instructions state. We are going to continue with part 1 of the 941. Line item number 11D. Total non-refundable credits. We don't have any. Number 12. Total taxes after adjustments and non-refundable credits. Subtract line 11D from line 10. Okay? So that's what the instructions say. Subtract line 11D from line 10. Okay? So let's look at 11D. 11 let me see, where are we? This did not apply, that did not apply, that did not apply. Okay, so total non-refundable credits, that did not apply. Total tax after adjustments and refundable credits. Okay, so here we have to add those. So we're going to go to subtract line 11D from line 10. Okay, 11D doesn't have anything, so we're going to look at line 10, and it's 21,771.83. So we're going to bring that over. Total deposits for the quarter, including any overpayments, applied to different forms filed in the current year. Total deposits for the quarter. Okay. The problem said that you had total deposits of 21,771.83. So that's going to go in line number 13A. Okay. 13B, reserve for future use, does not apply. 13C, refundable portion of credit for qualified sick, that does not apply. Refundable portion of employee retention credit, that does not apply. Line number 13E, total deposits and refundable credits at lines 13A, 13C, and 13D. Okay, so this is for line item 13E. We're going to insert text box. This is for line item 13E. So we're going to add lines 13A, which is 21,771.83. Okay. And then we're going to add 13C. 13C is 0. And then we're going to add 13D. 13D is also a 0. So the amount would be 21,771.83. That would be 13E. Okay. Total advances received from filing form 7200 for the quarter. That was not provided, so that is left blank. 13G. Total deposits and refundable credit less advances. Subtract line 13F from line 13E. Okay. So subtract line item 13F, which has 0, from line 13E. Okay. So that gives me 21,771.83. So that is the amount I'm going to plug in over to line item 13G. Okay, so total deposits and refundable credits less advance, subtract line 13F. 13F right here, which is 0, from line 13E, which is 21,771.83, and that is what we're going to put over here. So that is line number 13G. Okay. So 13G, let's get a calculator. 13, let me see. Total advance refundable, subtract line 13F. 13F, which is 0. And it says total deposits and refundable credits and less advances, subtract. So we're going to subtract from line 13E. 13E is 21,771.83. And I entered too many numbers. 21,177.83. Okay. So we subtract 13F, which is what we have here. From line 13E. Okay, so 13F had 0, 13E. So it'll just be the, let me see. 13F is 0. Okay, and then 13E, is that correct? Yeah, 13E, these numbers are so little. 13E, A, B, C, D, E is 21,771. So that is the amount that I'm going to enter. I'm going to enter 21,771.83. This is 13G. So many numbers. 21,771.83. Balance due. Do we have any balance due? No, we do not. Any overpayments? No, we do not. Okay. Part 2. Tell us about your deposit schedule and tax liability for the quarter. Okay. And then they give you different line items. We are using the second line item, your monthly schedule depositor for the current quarter. Enter your tax liability for each month and total liability for the quarter. Then go to page 3. Okay. So this is number 16. And then we're continuing with 16. And now we have to work on your monthly schedule depositor for the entire quarter. Okay. So now this becomes a piece of cake because the numbers are provided to you. Okay. So the numbers are provided to you. Let me insert a shape. So then these numbers are provided to you. Let me see. To over here. Okay. Okay. So this is a breakdown by month. August, July, August, and September. And this is the tax liability for the quarter. Okay. So now we need to figure that out. So we are given those numbers. So we're going to plug those numbers into month 1, month 2, and month 3. Okay. Okay. So this is section part 2. Okay. Part 2 right there. So for the first month, okay, let me just insert insert text box. Insert text box. Insert text box. Okay, that way we can enter the information for each of the respective quarters. Okay. So for month number 1, the problem says right here, month number 1 in July, 71.93.10. Okay. Then for month number 2, we have $7,000.95. What's the number? Let me see. So for the second, right here. So for the second month, we have, where did it go? Right here. So for the second month, we have the $7,000.95. Okay. It's going to be 7,000. $7,000.95. Okay, so month 2, 7,000.95, and I'm getting straight off of your book. Okay, month number 3. So month number 3, we have September, 7,577.78. Okay, So we're going to enter that on that last third section. Okay. Insert text box. So that would be 7,571.83. 7577. Okay. So it says if you were a monthly scheduled depositor, which is what the problem stated. The problem stated we were a monthly depositor. Okay, it's a monthly depositor. Okay, so line 14, balance due. If line 12 is more than line 13G, so let's look at line 12. Line 12 is 21,771.83. If it's more than line 13G, if it's more, which is not the case, what does it say? So let me see. Okay, so I don't know what I was saying, but it's very important that we take a look at all of the numbers that we're entering. We have those three numbers that basically it's our tax liability for the quarter. We're going to get it and we're going to add those numbers. 7190.12 plus 7,000.95 plus 7,571.83. Okay. Did I enter too many numbers? 7,000? Yes, I think I entered too much numbers here. It's 77,577. Yes, I was like, what is that? Okay, there we go. So we have three numbers in our tax liability. So it's 7190.12 plus 7,000.95 plus 7577.83. Okay, that'll give me 21,000. Why am I not 71? Oh, I entered the first one wrong. You see how easy it is to enter the wrong number? I was like, why am I not equaling? It's 7193.10, and I was entering 7190, so it's a 3. 7193.12, 7,000. Let me just do here, no fill. Okay, so 7,193.10 and 7,095. 7,095 and then 757778. Okay, so now we've got the three correct numbers. Sorry about that, I had the wrong information inserted. 7193.12 plus 7,000.95 plus 7577.83. 21,771. Why do I continue being off? Why am I entering? I'm entering some numbers wrong, and this is why I hate scrolling. 7193.10, 7,095, and 7,577.78. 7193. Oh, that should be a 10. Okay, a 10. 7,000.95 and 7577 point here. There's 78. Okay, I was picking up the decimals from the wrong line item. So be very careful when you're transferring the information. Okay, so now we're going to add these together. 7193.10. I'm going to add 7,095 plus 7577.78. 21,771.83. Okay, that is the total for my tax liability for the 3 months in the quarter. Okay. And that's 21,771.83. Okay. Now this third part is the problem says to fill out parts 2, 4, and 5. Okay. And then, of course, part 1 in the first section. So, we do not have to complete part 3. That is not completable, but if you want to complete it, it's just general questions. You can answer them, but it is not required. Okay? Then, we move to part number 4. Okay? May we speak with a third party designee? If we look at the problem, it says right here. Okay? The company does not use a third party designee. So we have that down, so we know we need to look somewhere else. Okay? So the company does not use a third party designee. Okay, so that's what the question is asking. Okay. So tell us about the business. Has your business closed? No, it has not. And then all of the different items for part 3. And let me just really quickly check part 1, part 2, and part 4. So we don't have to complete part 3. It states so in the problem, but none of these items apply to the problem. So they can just be either left blank or put zeros. Okay, that is part 3. Part 4, may we speak with your third party designee? We put a no there. Okay, let's see what we get. And we have to enter an X. Why doesn't it work? Home, insert. Let me see. Okay, here we go. So, may we speak with a third party? The problem says no. We do not give, the company does not use a third party designee, so I'm going to mark that we're going to skip that. No, we're skipping to part 4. Insert text box. Where's my X? Let's see. That should be marked an X or a no. I don't know why the system does not let me to enter a text box. It's not letting me for some strange reason. I don't know. Let me see if I delete all of this. Okay, let me see. Let me try it one more time. Okay, there we go. So, part number 4, may we speak with a third party designee? Either yes or no. In this particular problem, they said no. So we're going to go ahead and mark no. And then the last and final part is your signature, okay? Who is completing the form? And then here we're going to have the signature. And we have Carlos Cruz. Carlos Cruz. Okay. Print your name. Let me just change a little bit the title, okay? Okay, so you're going to sign the form and then you're going to enter your name printed. Okay. So, Carlos Cruz. Okay. The title, Carlos is the president. Okay, so no, print your name, print your title. Okay, so no, the title does not apply. Oh yes, the title, print your title. I was like, what does that mean? The title, let me see. It says that Carlos Cruz is the president. Okay. So because Carlos Cruz is the president, let's go ahead and let's enter that information at the very bottom of the form. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can delete this. Okay, so print your title here. This person is the president. Okay. And they also provide you with the phone number. All of that is provided to you in the problem. Okay. So what does the next item say? The next item says 3 skipped. And that is it. The sign name, the printed name, and the person that is going to be completing, the title of the person that completed the form. Oh, I forgot the phone number. That's something that we're needing. Okay. So the phone number is 916-555-9739. Okay. So our section 5 is complete. The name of the person signing, the printed name, the title, and the phone number. Okay. And this is being completed as of, okay, let's see. Okay, so we have to insert a text box. Okay, and the date is October the 31st. October the 31st. Okay. So we have completed the entire form. As you can see, this one was very basic, very easy because all of the information was being provided. Okay. What I like to do is, as I'm using the information, please highlight, mark, scratch off the numbers that have already been used. That way you don't get overwhelmed or confused when you're working your assignment. Okay. So all of the problems will have the 941 employer's quarterly federal tax return. Some of the problems give you the information, as was the case in these problems. Also, you will need to be calculating. Okay, so make sure that you practice. Practice makes perfect. Make sure that you read the section that deals with 941s so you can be prepared for next time that we come. Okay, so that is very straightforward. All of the numbers were being provided. The number of employees, the wages that you earned, the federal income tax withheld, the Social Security and Medicare wages, and total tax deposits for the quarter. All of the information is provided. It's very, very important that you review all of the information, that you maintain good organizational skills so that way you can make it to all of your classes. Okay. Make it to your classes, read the chapter. If you're online, if you're face-to-face, where we're going to be seeing you in class, if you're online, make sure that you do read, complete your PowerPoints, review the lecture videos, review the lectures in Blackboard, and try your problem. Okay. You remember you have 5 attempts to try to correct it. Okay. And be very careful on your rounding. I'm getting a lot of students that are off 2, 3, 4 cents because they rounded incorrectly. Okay. So this is fairly straightforward for the 941. It just asks us for information. We enter the information. We multiply by the rates provided. And voila, that is it. Okay. So that is it for exercise or for problem 311 and for problem 312. Okay. So until next time, we will continue practicing because I know that the 941 can be confusing. We're going to continue practicing. That way we master this task and we can move forward. Okay. If you have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to contact me in my office hours. I've scheduled office hours. Reach out to me, send me a message. Whatever works for you, as long as we maintain communication, so I can be able to better assist you in your assignments as well as your tests. Okay? So that is basically it for 311, 312. Until next time, have a great day.